students, my name is Sunitha and I am from G.K.Jain schools. Today I am going to teach you a topic in English grammar for class 10th standard and 12th standard. So I am going to teach you today active voice and passive voice. Before we go on to the topic, let me tell you what is a voice. Students, voice is nothing but it is a form of the verb which tells you whether the subject performs the action or receives the action. So the voice can be classified into the active voice and the passive voice. Students, how do you identify whether a sentence is in active voice? In an active voice, the subject does the action. And in a sentence, if it is in passive voice, the action is done by the subject. So now students, you would have understood what is an active voice and passive voice. Next we are going to see the basic rules for the conversion of a sentence from active voice to passive voice. So students, now let us see to convert a sentence from active voice to passive voice and what are the basic rules we need to follow. The first rule, a sentence can be separated into subject, verb and object. I'll give you an example here. I bought a pen. So let's separate the sentence into the subject, verb and object. I here is the subject, bought is the verb and a pen is the object. Next rule, the object of the sentence must be turned into subject. Let us now rewrite the example again. I bought a pen. Now we have to turn the object of the sentence into the subject. That is, our object is a pen and we have to make it into the subject. Next rule is the be form of the verb must be used according to the tense of the verb. So the example what I have taken here is I bought a pen and my verb is in the past tense. So the be form of the verb must be used according to the tense of the verb. So now we will begin the sentence with a pen because our second rule is the object of the sentence must be turned into the subject. So we will begin the sentence with a pen. As our verb is in the past tense, we will use the be form of the verb. According to the tense of the verb, it must be used was. So a pen was. Now let us see the fourth rule. So let us see the fourth rule, students. Past participle of the verb must be used. If you remember, I have taken the example, I bought a pen. So the past participle of the verb must be used. The past participle of the verb will be used now in this example. We have already done the three rules. A pen was. So the past participle of the verb is bought. Bought here is the past participle of the verb and it is used now in the sentence. Let us next go to the next rule. Preposition by must be added to the sentence. So we'll continue with the example. A pen was bought. And now we are going to add the preposition to this sentence. By. And last rule, the subject must be made the object. So the subject in our example is I. So now the I subject will be made into the object. So here a pen was bought. You can't write I. Now we have, this is a pronoun and it needs to get converted accordingly. Now I will get converted into me. So now we have converted our sentence which was in active voice, I bought a pen, into passive voice by following the 6 steps, that is the basic rules. And now we have converted the sentence from an active voice to passive voice. Now our sentence got converted from I bought a pen to passive voice, a pen was bought by me. So students, let's see the steps to change a sentence into passive voice with this flow chart. Sheila sings a song. A song is sung by Sheila. Here our sentence is changed from active voice to passive voice. And what are the steps to be followed? First, we have to interchange the subject and object. So let's identify the subject in the sentence. The subject in our sentence here is Sheila. So, and the object is a song. So interchange the subject and object. So let's mark it like this. So the first step, we have interchanged the subject into the object and the object into the subject. Next step, add be form of the verb according to the tense of the verb. So where is our verb in the sentence? It's here, that is sings, and we need to know what tense it is. It is in the present tense, simple present tense. So add be form, and the be form of the verb in the simple present tense is. So we added is over here. The be form of the verb is added according to the tense of the sentence. As our tense is simple present tense, we have added is. Add preposition by. So add preposition by. So we have added here by into the by to the sentence. And now change the verb into the past participle. Our verb is sing. What is the third form of the verb? Sing is the first form, second form, sang, and third form is sung. So we have changed our verb into the third form, that is the past participle, and the past participle of sing is sung. These are the steps to be followed for conversion of a sentence from active voice to passive voice. So students, now we are going to see if our subject is a pronoun in our sentence. If the subject is a pronoun, we cannot use as such in the conversion of active voice to passive voice. You cannot use the same pronoun. It needs to be changed. So if our active voice is having a subject I as a pronoun, it will be converted to by, me in the passive form, and we will be changed into by, us. You remains the same, there is no change. It will be by you. He will be changed to him, by him. She changes to by her, and it remains the same. Last day, day changes to by them. So I think you would have understood the conversion active voice to passive voice, what are the basic rules which needs to be followed. I hope students this class was informative to you. And now our next class we are going to see the change of verbs from active voice to passive voice. Till then, see you students. Thank you.